Jeff, I want you to do it yourself.
I don't wanna.
It's time. It's WarioWare do-it-yourself time.
All right.
You're the Bob Vila of microgames. Now tell me what we've got going on here.
All right, Ryan. This is a little 3-story place we got here. It's looking a little beat up. We're gonna get in there and strip out all the aluminum siding off the outside. And then we're gonna get in there and really root around on the insides of this house and really give it a good, thorough scrubbing and modernization that we think is going to be really good for a nice upwardly mobile family.
Absolutely. Well, let's get started with these this classic oak wood trimmed doors that we have.
Yeah, so we picked up these locally.
Of course.
Locally we were able to get these naturally, and Bill here's going to be sanding them down for basically like the next 5 episodes, and then they'll just put them in, not film it.
You'll just see them in.
Yeah. This is WarioWare D.I.Y, where you make your own video games.
That was the worst riff ever. So it's like WarioWare, but you make your own.
Yeah, but it does come with some games of its own, which are partially there as like almost like a tutorial sort of thing. But they also are handy for gaming, playing games. And we can go to the game blender here, and we can pick any one of the these kind of famous WarioWare characters.
Famous is maybe overstating it, but yeah.
Infamous.
Let's say familiar.
No, famous. Jimmy T, I mean, dude's
The
getting mobbed.
famous Jimmy T.
The famous Jimmy T is getting mobbed. Let's play some of the existing stuff to get a sense for, hey, it's still WarioWare.
In case you forgot what WarioWare is.
Right.
Which is to say, crazy.
It's a little crazy. Yeah.
It's a little time for Jimmy's aerobics. He's got kind of ladylike legs there.
Yeah, well, Jimmy, it's what happens when you take too much aerobic class. So this is all tapping. Everything in this game, when you're actually playing the micro games, everything is screen tapping. There's no D-pad use. There's no blow into the microphone use when you're playing games.
Rally.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So it's
You're lucky it let you hit that twice.
Yeah.
So even when there are like button things to be done, it's buttons on the screen.
Yeah,
it seems.
yeah.
Like I noticed on the goal thing, there was like 3 arrows that you could tap.
Yep.
Oh, nailed it.
My short game is impeccable.
This is not WarioWare music that I recognize. I guess I'm just used to more of a manic. What happened?
I did not get moving. I did not synchronize fast enough.
Jimmy T is flexible too.
Oh! Mistimed that jump.
Jeez. Don't make
this is
do that again.
Okay. I gotta go down and out like that. Not like that. Yeah. This is right up the alley with WarioWare music, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not jazzy, but
Shoot J.
I'm just used to that like escalating panic.
Right. It does have plenty of that too.
Okay.
Okay. So this is kind of an elaborate game here.
There you go. Do it. Oh. Yeah.
It'll get there. It'll get there.
Lucky. Roll one up. Jimmy's Ropes continues.
Funky.
Got to. I don't know. Okay. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. We'll speed up.
Whoops.
This is now repeating.
Well, yeah, that's, there are only so many games per set, and there are fewer games per set, I'm going to guess. I didn't actually go do the math, but it feels certainly like the sets are smaller than they are in a regular WarioWare game. But that's, because the point of this is, you're not really... I don't know what I was supposed to do there. First time I've ever seen that one.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
It's not really about playing these games.
Another weird one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
look out for the
Oh. So there I was like kind
abominable
of
snowman.
tapping on the different sides of the screen to make him turn.
He's gonna come get you.
So let's see. I mean, always I think the thing people want to see is always the Nintendo themed area.
Ah, yes,
Play a
the
little
9
bit of
volts.
that.
These are all kind of the 8-bitty.
Yeah.
It's like Star Fox, but not.
Yep.
He's like Super Mario, but not.
Yep.
Now what? Now it's like Super Mario again, but not. Just survive.
Yep. That'd be that guy and that guy.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
I forget. The characters do look a little familiar, but
Pop those balloons.
pop the S out of these bees.
I don't know what he just ate.
Yeah, it didn't look
Good.
healthy.
The thing you should eat. Yeah. I don't know why you're getting the eggplant, but sure.
I don't know. Sometimes that
I
doesn't
guess, like-
happen.
Like, did you have to double tap to do
Oh,
to do the
maybe.
ground pound?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is, isn't it?
Don't eat that. Oh, it's like he's eating a tumor.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah.
Just had to wait for him to drop his guard. I knew he'd drop it eventually. Oh, that one is easier on the DSi XL, let me tell you, than this original DS that we're using for this stuff. Oh, missed. I was
Off
throwing a Pikmin into that.
Off on that one. Balance. All right, that was really, really weird. Boss stage. Get it? Get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't eat that butt. And you got the fireworks too.
Tapping the screen, you get fireworks.
I kind of feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's just, it has to do with the. You didn't know what colors those were.
No, I did. I just, like I said, used to this small screen.
Yeah, this is a.
This
We're
isn't even-
recording this on a original
size DS.
DS, and you've been playing a DSi XL for the past few.
I have. I've kind of grown to like it, especially for this game because you're going to be doing some artwork and stuff.
So let's get into that. So you've seen, okay, yeah, there's the games that WarioWare D.I.Y. comes
Oops. All right.
comes packed in with.
Yeah, but then it also takes you through a tutorial, and then you can make your own games. And these are the games that I've either made in the tutorial or just made on my own. They're not
complicated.
They're not complicated games.
That one's
especially
called
yeah,
Balloon Pop.
Yeah, and I popped that balloon. Okay,
So
there's
it's called Mod Rule.
Yeah, it's 5 of those, 4 of those. So in that case, I drew the art of the characters there, and here as well. Some games are mostly finished except for a little bit of art. So if you just want to get in and draw some silly art, you can.
Oh, cool.
Punt.
Nice.
Yep. I drew that car.
That's a sweet truck. Or car, whatever.
I don't know. I drew it the wrong way. I thought it was going to be rolling in the other direction. So.
Okay, then I could see it being more of a car. That third one is not a butterfly.
Yep, so I don't tap it, but I tap the butterflies.
Sugar baby.
Yeah. I made that one.
What'd you do? What'd you?
I tapped the foot. Yeah, we'll get into that.
We'll get into the creation stuff. I've played this game. I've played Amazing Shoot.
Yeah. Amazing Shoot.
I was shocked at how
Game of
long
the
it
year.
took you to come up with Amazing Shoot.
That's a predecessor to Amazing Shoot.
Shoota 2000?
Shooto 2000.
Shooto, okay. Battle.
That's the first one you make. You tap that ladybug, it takes off.
It's
You
like
win.
it's like stop touching me, I'm a ladybug.
All right. let's quit out of here and get into.
It's a taste of some of the things you can make. Let's show the actual creation process, though.
Yeah. So you can also make music, like longer. You make music for the games. You make art for the games. You can also make comic strips, which is a little weird. Before we get into the creator here, let's just see. These are 4-panel comics.
Okay. Does it set up? Is was that pre-created?
Yeah.
That wasn't you?
That was not me.
Okay.
That was
I
not
was
me.
gonna say it wasn't filthy or racist enough.
Right. So there's a whole section over here where you can go and go through the tutorial. It actually forces you to go through some of the tutorials. And here's where if you want to just finish a game by doing a little bit of art. Or
Let's do that.
like that.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I want to see that because that sounds like an easy thing to kind of show.
All right. So let's try
do one
Nasal Blaster.
Is this one? No, this is one. Okay, we haven't seen this.
Shoot UFOs with my nose jet. You got to design some scary aliens for me to blast. So really, this is literally it. It's it just gives you the graphic tool, and you can zoom in here, and it actually even gives you a traceable thing that you can turn on or off.
Oh, you can say like,
So
all right,
hey,
this
if you just want to make the UFO that we think it should be, you can go right ahead. So
can you actually get down to like pixel view?
I can zoom in to
Okay, yeah.
16 here. So yeah, you can go pixel by pixel on this stuff if you want. So let's. So if we turn off the design spec, that's my crappy looking,
Yeah.
free-handed UFO.
Put a finishing touch on it.
All right, let's fill in that part white, that part like that, this part. Oh god.
Sure. Oh, so you can
Yes, there's an undo. Oh
undo.
god.
Oh, did it again. There you go.
And let's give it antenna.
Yeah. I'm into it.
All right. So now we can play it. What do I got to tap on here? Oh, okay, I got to tap on the little blinking little bits there. Or I guess I got to tap on a ship. What am I doing? Oh, I missed. They flew away because I missed. So there, yeah, you see the art there, then you just hit ship it, and this is the same process that you'd go through for, or a similar process to what you'd go through for when you create your own game.
I like the Famicom carts that your games.
Yeah, you actually design the color, you pick the shape of the cartridge a little bit, and cool, you know, what logo you want.
Now, I saw at the main menu back here, there's also the Assembly Dojo.
Yeah, so after you go through the main tutorial, you can go through these little challenges. So that, you know, so what they do here is they tell you, you know, edit object A's AI trigger number 2. Which so basically they want you to do this. This is what they want to have happen.
Sample.
A touches B and A stops when it touches B. That's what you need to make happen.
Okay.
So we'll start.
Begin.
And we'll hit play on it, and right now
It just goes through.
it just goes through it. So yeah, this is kind of a good way for you to just get used to some basic stuff. So we're going to edit the AI on object A, and they've already done some things here we can check out. You know, it's just how it starts. It starts out with the A. It starts out at a location, a specific area, and it starts out. That's where it starts out. So,
Right.
But we have basically one slot to edit here, a trigger. And it's already, see, all the AI is done with if-then statements. So it's
Right.
like the trigger is the if, the action is the then.
Yeah.
So the then is stop traveling. It's already set. But we need to set the trigger. So what we want to do is if contact touch is made with another object, and then it's object B,
Select object B
when
specifically.
A touches B, stop traveling.
Boom.
Yes, that is okay. When we go back here, we can hit play again to see what happens, and sure enough,
Did it.
did it. So now we can submit it and say, what do you think? And it goes, yeah.
That's pretty pretty neat.
Yeah, and then gives you some basic text here about why that happens when it happens. And this has been really handy so far for kind of picking up some
So that's like
techniques.
the very first
That's
one.
the very first one, so it's obviously pretty straightforward. You get later in here, like, allow the game to be won if only one object is tapped, as opposed to all objects or something like that, you know?
So there's just a ton of tutorial in this game, it seems, to kind of
Yes.
learn you how to make your own micro games.
Yeah, in fact, like I said, they force you to go through a chunk of that before you're actually able to go make your own games.
Sure. Well, that makes sense.
Because it's if you just went in there, you'd be like, what is going on? What am I doing? So you make games and music and comics here at the Super Maker-Matic 21. And I still have a version of Galactic Punt here.
Yeah. Now your hair color's wrong for Chie.
Yeah, so let's fix that. We'll pick that there. We'll get a couple of frames of animation here that we'll have to change. Okay, so
I'm trying to remember. Chie's a little more brunette-y.
yeah.
Drew, what do you think?
So which of these
Yeah.
which of these colors do you think fits it?
What are we? Which one are we using right now?
I believe it's that one.
Is it not
Or
the
that
next
one?
one? Okay, that one's closer.
Which one?
The one to the left.
This one here?
That's closer,
Okay.
I think. If those are the
Those both look identical to me. So.
those are the options you have, they're pretty close. But this one's definitely more brown. That one's
Okay.
The one on the right is more red.
So we can just zoom in here and
She is just like straight brunette, right? It's a light brown. Okay, yeah.
that's
but the ones-
that's
but the
probably
ones to
still
the-
our best choice.
The one to the left is
of the
not
choices here.
not better. Yeah.
Or we've got these weird kind of checkered patterns, which don't really show up well on the TV. Here,
Yeah.
but,
No.
so
I
this,
see 'em.
you say this one then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay, so we actually just have to go through all 4 frames of the animation here and redo that. This would be easier if I got it right the first time, because then, when I'm cloning these cells and stuff and making the modifications to do the animation, it would.
So you're not having to like
right.
redraw by hand each time. It's just
Right, no, there's copy and paste tools to get to the cells. You can have up to 4 cells of animation per thing, but each one of those does come with a bit of a cost here. When we back out, you see total points remaining 55 out of 256. So, that size of character up there with 4 cells, that takes up 64 points on its own.
right.
So that's kind of limits what you can do. All right, so now we need to fix the 1-frame punt art in the same way. All right.
And it's just like a paint bucket fill.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so now from here we can go set the music.
So there's just 5 tracks.
Yep, 5 tracks and and 2 phrases. Basically, it just like last the entire length of the game.
Sure.
You can also make long games, but in that case, it just repeats the music twice. And so when you get in here, you can listen to the individual tracks. You can change the instruments around.
What are the alien instruments? Cool. I like the saucer one.
All right. So then, similarly, I mean, you have 5 different tracks that you can work with, or 4 regular tracks and then a rhythm track.
Right.
So
So wait, is the rhythm track not the percussion track?
it is.
Okay. Got it.
And there are different kits for that as well, more 8-bit sounding kits if you want. And then
But that's a terrible hole to fall down, at least for quick look of trying to edit
right,
music.
yeah. And if you don't want to edit music, you can actually just check a couple of boxes, like I want an upbeat, spooky thing, and it'll generate something and let you kind of tweak it from there, or you can just hit random over and over again on those things,
Okay.
which is cool for people that don't want to or can't really do that stuff very well. So let's get into the editor here. Basically, I'm trying to think what the best way to describe this stuff is. So the stuff with the boxes around it, these are the objects, obviously, from the art that we created earlier. And you basically set a starting position for it, and then from there, govern what it does. So let's just go through these and give you a basic rundown of what's actually going on here. So how we have it set is that we set up our starting.
Right. That's the stand
Yeah,
animation.
we have to go through the stand animation. We can affect the speed of that animation if we want. If we want it to loop or just play once, we want it to loop at normal speed because that's where it looks the rightest. You set the location. You can have it start in a random area or at a specific point. We want a specific point because we want it to be down here for full-on Pokemon.
Random area would be good for like enemies that are going to appear somewhere that you have to tap.
Yeah. So we assign that starting position.
Right.
And then from there we set the AI. So what happens when you tap our actor here? It stops traveling because for a reason that we'll get into later. Because it does travel back and forth a little bit. So it stops, changes to the punting animation, plays a kung fu sound effect, and turns its own switch on. Which switches are how you monitor what, you can basically have things monitor the switch of other objects.
Okay.
So when we go set our win conditions later,
right.
Basically it's like, if this switch is on, then you win.
Okay.
Because you tapped her. So we can head back. And this is the movement thing here. I have, at time 1-1, and that's how they specify like 1-1 to 8-4 is how the game is broken up in time. And you can set random times, but here at the very start, we want that art to travel west. And then these two are set up so that it travels back and forth in a very set area. So it's like...
okay, so this is causing her to basically just kind of move slightly back and forth.
So we have a contact trigger set up. So when it touches a location on the stage, which I don't know if you can see it there, that little blinky area.
Yeah, just to the left of her hand.
So basically when it connects with that, it starts going back the other way. And with this one does it the opposite way so that there's kind of a back and forth. We'll
She's
play it
created
real
a
quick.
little loop there.
Yeah, so you see how it moves back and forth there?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Okay. So that's a number of statements just to create a little back and forth movement.
Yeah, exactly. And then with our tank here, we've got our same starting thing. It starts on its idle and loops back and forth. So I had it when time 8-4 is hit right before the game ends.
Yeah.
Right before the game would end from time. So when 8-4 is hit and you haven't won the game yet, it goes into a different animation where it has a shooting, like a little blast comes out of the cannon.
Right.
And then you lose, plays an explosion noise, and the stage freezes. So we'll go back and lose so you can see that again. So you see the time when it gets to the end there. So you see it froze.
Yeah.
And the little art came out there.
And then
when the Chie switch turns on.
So when you tap Chie.
When you tap Chie, it sets to the punted art. There's a batting sound effect and it travels northeast. Which if we go back here and now we actually win the game, you see it goes through this other art of, it's basically being eliminated and travels northeast and starts moving.
Right.
And then we set our win conditions, so, basically that's when that switch turns on, you win. You can add conditions, you have multiple ways to win by adding these conditions here, or you can have multiple conditions required to win, period, by just adding them all here.
And Jeff, how much time would you say you spent making this microgame specifically?
Let's say 45 minutes.
Okay.
And most of it's the art.
Sure.
Most of it was the art. Like the AI stuff, like once you go through the tutorials and really get a sense for what's going on, it's not that tough. And then also the little aha, is this our chance art, which pops up when you win. That I located it off screen and then move it to the position that it shows in when the switch turns on. So it's actually, if we go through here, you see it's all the way up there in that upper left corner.
Yeah.
And then it just moves to a location where you can see it when you win.
But it does it so fast that you don't necessarily see
Right.
it.
You can have things warp to
okay.
areas.
So it's not like it
you
follows
could
a
you
path.
could have objects swap with other objects if you want. Like, that stuff's pretty flexible.
Nice.
And then once you've done all that stuff and you set the command that you want to show up when you create your game, a little 1-word or 2-word thing, you then just hit finish,
ship it,
and then just like we did in the other game there, except we get a few more options.
choose the shape of your cart.
Yeah, we want. How about that? Like that one? What about that? How are you liking that?
White cart? Sure.
Yeah. And let's go with the punching
2 over to the right.
There. And how about that color? Or that?
I like it.
All right. We can decide if we want other players to be able to import stuff out of this game. We'll say sure.
Oh, so not even just... So let's talk about the kind of sharing stuff.
Yeah, you can share between other DSs. So if you had the game, I could wirelessly send it to you. There's some friend code stuff online that I think you can use to, like, basically, you can have 2 games, 2 of each item. So 2 games, 2 comics, 2 records available at any given time for people on your friends list to go and grab.
Are you limited on your end of how many of those you can grab?
That you can store, I believe the number is up to 70 things.
Okay.
And it's including your own shipped products as well as the stuff that you've downloaded.
Got it.
So we need to write a brief description for what's going on in this game. Tap. Whoa. Tap girl to kick tank.
That, I think, very accurately and concisely sums up the game you've made.
I'll add a little flavor text here. Oh, God. Except that is not a P, that is a 2.
Try to touch that too. You did it again. There you go.
Simple. And then we decide where it goes. We'll throw it right here in DIY 1.
Now then, can the micro games that you've created or that you've gotten from friends, can they then be like rolled into a series, a set, the way that?
Yeah. So we'll go back to the shop area here. And into games. And into the DIY section. So this is that full set where we dropped it before. So we can just play the individual game over and over again if we want to do that.
And you do.
That's a weird bug. See, it's still moving?
Yeah.
I don't know why that happens. That's weird. Normally it's supposed to stop like that.
That time it did.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh. Why did that happen? It still touches both. I mean, the command says stop traveling. Like in no uncertain terms. The bugs are the tools, not my game. There are no bugs in my shipping. My shipping product is pretty much gold.
Are you blaming the middleware?
I am.
Speed Tree
I am.
is crapping
Speed
up
trees.
your...
So these are...
There's
There's also some stuff that Nintendo has put up to play here. And you can see Sakurai and Sakamoto have games up. Sakamoto being the Metroid dude who also worked on this. So they... that, and then, hey, well, Samus.
Nice.
And every so often they're going to put up games made by big names.
Oh, yeah?
And stuff.
You mean like Seth Green?
Yeah. No.
So I think big names...
When you think big names...
You mean like game developers that work for Nintendo?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Like
But I think additional, not just Nintendo, but
okay.
yeah, they do have some people lined up for that.
Well, this looks kind of neat.
Yeah, and there's a whole other side to it where it actually has like weird sales charts and stuff. So as you ship products, you can go look at the WPDs to get a sense for how well stuff's selling. So Jimmy T's Swing Batter currently ripping it up along with Fruit Fans and Rhythm Maker. But then on the DIY side, Balloon Pop's doing all right.
Where is this? What is this?
What?
I don't understand.
Sales
what
charts,
this is.
you know.
Okay.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
And I imagine
Surprise.
that there's some kind of unlocky stuff that works as your stuff sells. There's also, I mean, there's some kind of cool stuff in the studio here. There's this forum, which is a fake message board with people talking about making games.
Some hot tips here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Javier.
And like some of the responses to the forum posts made it seem like people spent some time reading message boards before writing this stuff. Trigor must be wearing a lab coat made of money, lol.
That's pretty good. This seems like a pretty good, for creation software on the DS. The tools seem fairly robust, and the tutorial stuff seems kind of smart and just slowly acclimating you to that stuff. It doesn't necessarily seem like if you just want to play some WarioWare games that this is the greatest package.
Yeah, it's definitely the creation stuff is really the forefront and really the central drive to this. So if you just want to play games, it might not be the greatest, but you could exchange friend codes with a lot of people and download their games.
Sure.
So there is that.
But there
option.
isn't just like some open repository. It is
right.
Have to be
Yeah.
friends.
There's no, and that's a really big missed opportunity. I mean, obviously they'd have to moderate the heck out of that stuff.
Certainly.
There's a video we put up on the site last night of awesome murdering micro games that were just people getting mowed down with machine guns and stuff that Nintendo would never allow through.
Clearly.
So. It is really missing that central repository of games that I think would really help.
But go hit the giant ball message boards. I'm sure you can hook up with folks.
Trade some codes around and hope for the best.
Swap around with some good folk like that.
Also, you can't use the D-pad or the buttons in your games.
Right.
It's all touchscreen, which I think, I feel like they want to keep it simple, and that's fine, but the AI tools are not so complicated that stuff would make it suddenly, like that wouldn't be the thing that would make it inaccessible to someone.
This is already fairly complicated stuff that you're having to these
I feel like the stuff would have been a lot more interesting without that, or if you did have that ability. There's also a WarioWare component to this. They released a WarioWare DIY showcase.
Right.
Which I have not seen yet, but we're going to take a look at right now. Okay, Ryan, here we go with the showcase.
Yeah, let's get into it. So this is a WarioWare game. This is 800 Wii points.
800 points. $8.
$8.
And my understanding of this is that it'll
USDs.
partially serve as a repository for the games you've made on the DS, if you want to store them, if you run out of space and stuff like that. It's also maybe another way to get onto the Ninsoft store, where...
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You're pushing the Wii remote towards and away from the TV.
Way cooler than the title screen on the DS one.
All right.
Stamp it down.
Intelligent Systems. What's
Yep.
up?
Okay.
So
What do we have here? We've got the...
WarioWare Superstore. Enjoy all the games, records, and comics on display. Connect to friends, Wii consoles, and DS systems. Get new stuff from the Ninsoft store. And this is where you receive surveys from D.I.Y friends. You can save up to 160.
I have not received any.
This is because this Wii has no friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you've got...
Okay, well, that's fine.
But that's like if you have friends on
Right.
your Wii friend list and they are making...
And they're making games, you'll get notified when they post something.
Right.
And so we could connect to another Wii that way here. So let's show what Nintendo has up in their store.
Oh, thank God the internet worked on this.
Well, we downloaded this game
Right.
a little bit ago, so it would have to. Okay, this is the same stuff that shows up in the DS store. They've got a couple new games here, and then you can see the...
And you can actually play these on the Wii.
Yeah, so let's download this.
We saw the Metroids
game
one
we saw
earlier. Play it.
So there you go.
Same stuff.
Same stuff.
All right. Cancel shit.
Yeah,
Metroid.
forget it.
We're good.
And then they also have, on the DS side, they'll tell you what the theme is. So right now the current theme is make a game involving machines, like gears and robots and stuff.
Okay, then they'll collect those there.
Yeah, and okay, that's all we have to...
Trying to connect to your DS
That's all we
here.
have to get the DS up to the distribution center. Connect to Wii, okay. Searching for Wii.
So you've
got a Wii and a DS now looking for each other.
Yep.
Found it. Waiting input from the DS.
Okay, so we do this on the
Ship.
DS side. We're going to ship up to the Wii here.
We're going to send your tank
So we're
kicker.
going to send Galactic Punt.
This is, of course, how games are delivered.
Yep.
Just like in real life.
We'll
Put it on the
put
shelf.
We'll put it in DIY 1.
You gotta grab it.
Grab it. No, there we go.
Grab it with A and B.
Oh, A and B. Oh, right. Grab
Pinch.
it. Yeah. That's unnecessary. Okay, so that's on the shelf.
do okay.
Okay.
Saving it. You've just committed wireless hoodoo, Jeff.
I have. All right, so I was trying to think if there's anything else we want here. We'll send Mario Stomp up there as well. The other game I made, but I made with all imported graphics instead of my own stuff here.
Put it on the shelf. Okey doke. Big bouncy nose.
Mesmerizing. All right, that should be enough. Let's
Disconnect here from on the DS end.
Yeah. And connection with Wii, yes.
And
Okay.
It says
I didn't so much
good.
interrupt it as much as I finished, but that's whatever you want to call it. All right, we'll close the DS. I'm done with that.
all right. So that's kind of the limit of the interaction with the DS directly, it seems.
Yeah.
So now you can go to the Super or to the Superstore.
Yeah, so we head into the Superstore and look at games, music, and comics. Let's go to games. So
DIY
our
games.
games are here. We can go into the Game Blender and play all the games in DIY 1, which is where we just put those two games. Let's see how these work on a Wii. Yep, so
Nailed
we'll
it.
pick that tank. It's kind of hard to lose that game. Your foot's so big. I wish you could scale the art. That's another thing you can't really do is if you're importing other art or if you want to make something fly away. It seems like it'd be a lot easier if you could just like scale the artwork down. There's that bug still on the wing.
Still on there. I think it might have something to do with where she is in her travel path when you click her.
Okay. But then this also comes with Wario Man, Dribble and Spits, 18 volt, and Cat and Anna. Whoa. So
4 other sets of micro games.
now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can actually take these games and send them down to the DS.
I don't think you're mistaken at all.
Oh, I missed.
You know, shoot straight forward there.
Yeah. Gotta hit them all. Gotta flip them all.
Yeah.
Gotta flip them for real. That's who?
That
win.
Little Famicom Wars.
Oh,
You had to wait for him to turn back around.
yeah, you're right. Oh. Little wrecking crew.
Getting obscure with this stuff. So there are some games that ship with Showcase
Yeah, that are not.
that are unique to
Yeah,
this.
no, it seems like all the games that ship with Showcase are unique to Showcase.
And you don't need to have the DS game for this stuff to function.
Right.
But you are getting additional functionality if you have both.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, this is involved.
yeah.
Wait for it. Oh, you broke it. That kid died and turned gray from having to go to the bathroom.
Well, you know.
Take the slices. I would not eat a Wario pizza. Especially not from a bathroom.
stuff like that.
The sparkles around it.
Yeah.
Speed up.
This stuff looks great.
Yeah.
What's worth it? It's
Garlic.
It's not Marlin or Garage, I'll tell you that much.
That doesn't make as much sense in the grand scheme.
You know, you're right.
Candles. 9.
9.
That's disturbing because that hints at the existence of Baby Wario, which I do not care for.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't lower red.
Wait.
It didn't matter what you did with
Yeah, it
white.
didn't matter what I did with white. Yeah.
Boss stage. That guy really has to go.
Oh, jeez.
Did not keep that away.
Yeah, missed that one.
Yules. All right, Jeff, we could keep playing this forever, but
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to...
Well, let's just make sure that we can receive.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
kind of the last thing that we haven't checked
So
out.
none of the creation stuff on the Wii end.
Right.
All of that is on the DS, but you can transfer games, we know at least, from the DS to the Wii. Let's see if we can take it the other direction.
Yeah. Okay, DS.
Found it.
Damn right it did. Okay, we want to receive. Oh.
What's that there?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can only send games that we've seen so far, not just everything. So nothing from those.
From those two, but
But yeah, if we want, let's see, which ones do we want here? How about none of them? How about none of these? Not really feeling any of these.
Oh, look at the Wario ones.
Well, Wrecking Crew, because I want the Wrecking Crew art. I want to be able to import that art into a game of my own, perhaps.
So that's shipping, and I see a little bird on your DSi.
Yep. And now we drag it onto a shelf. Put it, how about there?
I can confirm that he's doing this.
Yes.
Elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so that totally works. That's
Cool.
cool. Yeah, so it's a good way to get additional art if you're not drawing your own art on the DS, and you want to use Wrecking Crew and some of these other.
Also, maybe just
Punch Out and stuff like that.
a microgame pack for the DS version.
Yeah, basically, it's almost like a little DLC or something for the DS version. But yeah, you can store games here and do all kinds of different stuff with it.
Trade stuff with your friends through the Wii. You can
Still nothing in the survey box. All right, so that's it. That's the WarioWare DIY suite.
It's
of
the full,
products.
yeah, the full line. Looking pretty cool. So the $8 for showcase on the Wii.
Yep, and then it's a cartridge on the DS, so priced accordingly.
Cartridge prices. And that's it.
Yep. Thanks for watching.